Well, good day and welcome to you. It is November the 28th. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you happen to be. My name is Gary Willing. I want to welcome everybody to this channel. It has been way too long for me to not put up a video, and I missed it, and I'm really excited to be back in the swing of things. So hopefully everyone had a good few weeks. Now, if you are new to Search for Signs, I want to say this to you, and if you've heard these videos before, you're probably getting tired of me repeating myself, but it's important. This is the internet. This is YouTube. I don't know who's listening to these videos, who isn't. There's a lot of information to cover, and I don't really cover new information very much on this video. So I want to at least point you in the right direction if you want to know more. Okay. If you want to know more about this, I definitely recommend checking out the links that I provided in the description portion of every one of these videos. Start with the Share International website, because you can get a lot of information, in fact, all the information you need in one spot by going to that website. So hopefully you'll take advantage of it. The one thing that I want to say before I get going with this, the thing that really drew me to this information, at least in the beginning, and has sustained me over the years by reading it, okay, is the hopeful message within this information. You know, I am sure, just like me, you're getting bombarded on all sides by people, by the media, the news, whatever it happens to be, internet, YouTube, with people who don't have a lot of sense of, don't have this sense of hope for the future. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Whether it's, the religious sites or spiritual sites, so-called spiritual sites, everyone's thinking that something's going to happen and it's going to not be good. You know what I'm saying? So most of us don't have this wonderful sense of hope for the future. And that when I started reading this information, I noticed that there was quite the opposite of that. There was a lot of hope for the future. Not only that we weren't going to end it all, whether it's by the destruction of the environment or by killing ourselves off militarily with nuclear weapons, we were about to embark on this incredible adventure together as a humanity. And things like starvation and hunger around the world will eventually be a thing of the past. War amongst nations will be a thing of the past, according to these masters. The environment will be clean and sustainable, far different than it seems like it is today. And that is really what drew me to this information. And the more I started to read it, I started to find that I had more hope for the future. And if I have any desire for you, the listener, about this information, it's not for you to believe what I'm talking about. It's to give you a greater sense of hope. So if you read this and you don't really believe it per se, or you believe it on just a little bit and don't want to do anything about it right now or whatever, if you get a greater sense of hope, man, I'll tell you, I'll be really excited for you, because I think that's something that's sadly lacking in people today. Now, that being said, I want to read an article written by Benjamin Creme's master that was published in Share International magazine entitled The Coming Transformation. And hopefully you'll really pay attention to what he says in this, but it might be easier, and I think it will be easier, if you go to the Share International website and you click on the tab right on the left that says Articles by the Master, and then you can read articles like this for yourself. And then if you need to go back and read it again or whatever, it might be easier for you to kind of follow it, internalize the words for yourself, and get a greater sense of hope for the future, because this is a really hopeful article that he wrote. So hopefully you'll listen to it and soak it all in. And this article was written in February of 2012 by Benjamin Creme's master. From the depth of its present problems and sorrows, humanity will find hope. So much that is taking place is positive and auspicious for the race that men can be assured of an early lessening of their problems, not all at once, but gradually, little by little. Gradually, also men will learn the true reasons for their present anguish. They will come to understand that humanity is one, integral and related by long association and common ancestry, related to by its common divinity. No more need men fear and fight his neighbor. No longer need millions starve in the midst of plenty. Thus can be born a new time, a time when justice and sharing control the present chaos and irresponsibility, a time when men respect and care for one another, when the divinity of men becomes manifest and the secrets of life known. Sufficiency will replace abundance as the aim of sane men. Thus will men come into right relationship with each other and with the source of all. Under the inspiration and guidance of Maitreya and his group of men, will blossom in their divinity and make that manifest in all they do. The abominations of war and terror will fast fade from their memory, and a vast creative burgeoning will take their place. Men will renew and beautify their cities, making them worthy of the new time. This will be greater in number and smaller in size, linked by transport, fast and noiseless. People will educate their children in many different ways, each children linked to the educational system as determined by their race. In time, the interchange between the masters and the race of men will grow in ever-increasing closeness, and children will move happily and logically from stage to stage in growing awareness. In all these measures, in this transformation, each one will play his part. Presently, there will appear a series of signs which will mystify those who experience them. No one will be able to explain this phenomenon, but it will presage a change in the thinking and understanding of men. From that time onwards, a sense of expectancy will grip most nations, which will prepare men for the extraordinary events that are to come. As you know, not all men take seriously the new time which lies ahead for mankind. These happenings will prepare more for this revelation. Remember to take action and help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos.